successfully completed her herbal medicine authorized by University of Minnesota. Traditional healing of body authorized by the University of New Mexico. Clinical use of essential authorized by University of Minnesota. Introduction to breast cancer under Yale University. Cancer biology under Johns Hopkins University. Understanding cancer under Johns Hopkins University. Introduction to Biology of Science authorized by Johns Hopkins. Understanding prostate cancer by Johns Hopkins. Also successfully completed integration of acupuncture with rehabilitation organized by Institute of Neurosciences. She is licensed naturopathic practitioner under Philippine Institute of Traditional and Alternative Healthcare of Department of Health. Today, she is practicing as licensed naturopath doctor, applying functional medicine in clinical practice at MCM Touch Clinic here in Novaliches City. She is also mother to her 3 lovely sons and devoted wife to his husband, Ferdy. But most of all, she wants to be remembered as woman of God and woman that loves God above all. Ladies and gentlemen, let us give a warm applause to Dr. Connie M. Tuliao.
Okay, magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Sino dito ang nakatapos ng series natin sa health expedition? About to close. Wow, congratulations, no? So, here in MCM Touch, we adopt the principle of natural healing, no? So, ngayon, let me give you the topic for today. Okay. Meron tayong series na tinatapos. Health expedition means health journey. Now, we tackle the defenses of the human body. You know, I chose this topic. I chose this topic because alam ko na we are challenged today sa maraming nangyayari sa country natin, di ba? Issue about, minsan may chemtrail, about so many things about vaccination, so many things about pandemic, tama po ba? So sabi ko, what would be the right topic, no? Kaya, God has given us an innate ability to heal ourselves. Ang problema, hindi natin alam ano ba mga depensa meron tayo sa katawan. Now, I'm giving you this topic so that we will understand. Number one, it took us, we started last year, no? Ang binigay namin, I think it was November when we started, no, Dottie, no? Gut microbiome is one of the defense. Second, we have angiogenesis. Third, immune system and stem cell regeneration. Ngayon, we will tackle DNA, which is the secret of life, sabi na nila. Alright? Go back to the slide. Okay. Para sa mga hindi nakapakinig ng gut microbiome, ito po yung balance ng good and bad bacteria sa loob ng tiyan. Kasi may nagsabi, I think it's the father of medicine, si Hippocrates po yun, that all diseases begin in the gut. Sabi yun. It was proven. Kasi may link po, pagka nagkaroon ng imbalance, ang bad bacteria nagsisikret ng toxin. And it creates genotoxin that is directly linked to DNA damage. Kaya importante na ang gut microbiome natin ay balanse. So how do you do that? We took that up. So one is we provide probiotics, the right one, no? Next is angiogenesis, yung mga wala ng blood supply. Dapat i-stimulate natin ang blood circulation. Kasi pag wala ng blood supply, wala na rin dugo doon, wala na rin oxygen. Kasi ano na ba nasa dugo? Oxygen and nutrition. So yung mga may diabetes, yan ang importante ma-stimulate ang ating blood circulation kasi nawawala, di ba? Nakikita niyo ba yung mga diabetes? Ano nangyayari? Umiitim. Why? Gangrene, no? Why? Kasi wala nang nutrition, wala nang oxygen. So we stimulate that. Here we have devices and modalities to help you out, no? And of course, immune system, no? That's why we do IV immune system, that's why we give you orthomolecular supplements, no? And stem cell regeneration. Meron pala tayong repair system ng katawan. Alam niyo ba yun? Na pwede kayong mag-repair. Eh bakit may sakit kayo? Something happened in the repair. So we also teach that. So it's important that we know how. So if may question kayo about that, I can do a one-to-one talk with you during the consult. Alright? Pero this is the very topic, our last topic for the defenses of the body, which is the DNA. Sino nakakaalam ng DNA? Hindi alam. Except kay nurse, ah. Next slide, please. Alright. So, ano sabi dito sa invitation natin? Can you read? Alright. Sabi, secret of life daw. Let us see kung talagang yun ang secret ng buhay. Alright, today, what are we going to learn today? So, we will have an overview of the basic biology. Ayan, basic lang naman. So we have cells, yan, tapos what is DNA? What is the impact? Ano bang ginagawa ng DNA na yan, no? Number 3, why is it a part of the defense system? Okay? Number 4, what damages the DNA? Okay? Number 5, what are the current applications of DNA? Yan, CRISPR-Ca, medyo yan ang latest ngayon, ano? And how do we repair? Yung pinaka-importante, no? How do we repair DNA damage? Alright? Okay. Bigyan ko kayo ng overview, ah. Tayo ay may atoms sa loob ng katawan. Pardon me, ah, konti lang naman to. The atom becomes the molecule, and then, you see, this is the DNA already, no? And then, micromolecule, palaki ng palaki yan, hanggang maging organelle, sa loob ng cell yun, hanggang maging cell. Kaya ang cell is the basic unit of life, no? And then the cell, they combine together to make up a tissue at magiging, they differentiate into organ. Napakatalino ng Diyos, ano? Isang cell lang yan, tapos mamaya nadi-differentiate na yun. Isa, naging puso, yung isa naging liver. Nakita niyo yung pagkakagawa sa atin. And when the different organs combine for a functional reason, like for example this, anong klaseng system yan? Digestive system. Ibig sabihin, nagsama-sama yung organ to help you digest. So there are different systems of the body. I'm just showing you na from the cell to the tissue to the organ system, and then that's who you are right now. That's the human organism. Okay? Yan ang level ng organization. Alright. So, alam nyo ba na ang lalaki ay mayroong 36 trillions of cells compared to an adult female, 28 trillions. Okay. Madami, konti. Sobrang dami, no? Pag bata ka pa, 17 pa lang. Pero dumadami din. Bakit pa kailangan natin ng cells? Ano bang meron dyan? Taka kayo, no? Imagine ninyo, tayo pala ay tao na puro cells. Ganun pala tayo katindi, no? Sa loob ng cells na yan, ay, kailangan ko na kayo, ha? Nando doon ang DNA. Okay? Ang cell, hindi mo basta-basta makikita yan. Maliit. Sabi nga niya, maliit daw, ano? So you need a microscope. Diba? Lalong-lalo na ang nucleus. Alam niyo ba, ang cell na may nucleus, ang tawag doon eukaryotic cell. Kasi nandoon ang DNA. It has to be enclosed there. Yung DNA to protect it. Okay? You need a special microscope. It's too small. Far better than electron microscope, sabi nga nila. It's too small. Sabi ko, paano kayo nagkasya yun doon? You will be amazed how small it is. Alright? So, cells are very important. Kapag kabata ka pa, marami ka pang cells. Congratulations sa mga bata. pag matanda ka na, kumukonti na. You know what will happen? The older we get, the less cells that you have, the less ability, quality, and potency. It's the normal aging process. Okay? Pero, sabi nga, we can grow old gracefully. No? Kuha niyo ba yan? So, next slide, please. Alright. So, these are the hallmarks of aging. Ayan. Ito yung parang sign na nag-i-itch na tayo. Number 1, genome instability. Yan yung tungkol sa DNA ngayon. So, malalaman natin kung meron ka na bang genome instability. That's one hallmark. Yung telomere damage, ibig sabihin yan, medyo malalim to, no? Teka, explain ko lang saglit. So, this is the nucleus of the cell. And this is the cell. Sa loob yan, nandiyan dyan ang DNA. So, kapit. So, meron tayong tinatawag na chromosomes. Okay? Ilan ang chromosomes nandyan? 23 pairs. Dami, no? Sa isang pair na yan, isang strand galing sa tatay mo. Yung isang strand galing kay Nikedoti, aking nanay. Okay? Naintindihan nyo? Now, dito sa ilalim yan, ng chromosomes na yan, meron tinatawag tayong telomeres. Para saan yan? It protects the DNA. Ngayon, pag nagsa-cell divide, nasisira ito, unti-unti. That is a sign of aging too. Kasi hindi mo na naingatan yung DNA. Alright? So, yung 23 pairs na yan, isang chromosomes pa lang yun. So, ilan ang nasa loob ng itong nucleus na to, kung isa-isahin natin, alisin yung pair, 46 chromosomes. We're just talking about one cell. Ulitin ko, ilang cell meron tayo? Trillions. So, ibig sabihin, wow, ang daming cell, chromosomes sa iyong katawan. Ganon pagkakagawa sa atin at sa inyo. Okay? So, i-risk ko muna pa. So, naintindihan niyo yung telomeres, ha? Nagkakaroon. Ay, whiteboard pen ba yun? Matala. Ayaw niyo kung mabura. Ayan. Mamaya may test tayo, ha? Ang makasagot, may premyo. Ayan. Ang tagal pala magpula. Sorry. Okay, so do you understand the telomere? Okay, next, epigenetic accretion. Ang good news about our life, no? May repair na nangyayari pala yan. Kasi ginawa ng Diyos ang DNA as perfect. Now, sa loob ng katawan natin, pag kayo, halimbawa, ay napasmoke, o sino yung mga smoke dito? Wala? Passive smoker, marami. Okay, alam niyo ba, pag ang kasama mo ay nag-smoke at nandun ka, kasama ka rin. Nagkakaroon. Now, the good news about DNA, meron sarili pa tayong protection. Ganun yung, medyo medical term lang, at tawag doon, methylation. Ibig sabihin nun, kaya niyang switch off ang certain genes in your body. Okay? For your protection. Pag sinabing methylation, sinasilence niya yung genes. Kasi nakikita niya napapasama ito sa'yo. Pero kung lagi mong ginagawa ang smoking, tinaturn off din niya yung genes. Kaya nagkakaroon si OPD lang, cancer. Naintindihan nyo? So, there is such thing as epigenetics. Okay? Ang ibig sabihin ng epi, above gene. So, ibig sabihin, we can somehow control. Pag tumatanda lang, nababawasan na yun. Kaya we need support. Naintindihan nyo po? Meron tayong exam mamaya, ha? Alright. So, this one, loss of proteostasis. Ang DNA kasi gumagawa ng protein. O bakit kaya protein? Importante ba ang protein? Sobrang importante. Kaya nga, for energy, very good. Hindi lang yon. Lahat ng activity ng ating katawan nagdidepend sa protein na ginawa ng DNA. Like for example, enzyme, hormones, no? Activity. If even yung depensa mo, kailangan may protein din yan. Alam niyo ba ng immunoglobulins, one of the function yan is, for example, may bacteria or may, let's say, virus, ang immunoglobulins gawa din sa protein. Ang gagawin niya pag may invading kayong mikrobyo, lalagyan niya ng tag. Ibig sabihin nun, pag tinaggan the protein that has made immunoglobulins, pag tinag niya yung isang mikrobyo, malalaman ng immune system, kailangan patayin ko to, kumbaga labeled ka na as criminal sa loob ng katawan. So it will be killed. Ganun ang pagkagawa ng Panginoon sa atin, no? So ito, deregulated nutrient sensing. Wala na ba kayong minsan gana kumain? Sa loob kasi ng katawan, hindi na niya maintindihan, hindi niya na-absorb yung nutrition. Naintindihan niya? An example of that is insulin resistance. Oo. Pag mataas ang sugar mo, hindi na nakakapasok sa cells mo, yung sugar. Kasi, nagkakaroon na ng, tawag natin doon na, deregulated nutrient cells. Hindi yan na nagigets, no? Meron ng miscommunication. Mitochondrial dysfunction. Para saan ba yung mitochondria? Powerhouse of the cell. Ibig sabihin kaya ka malakas because your mitochondria is functioning well. Pag humihina ka na, madali ka na mapagod, may question na, baka meron ka ng mitochondrial dysfunction. Alright? Cellular senescence. Ano yan? Yung cell mo, it's tama rin. Yung cell mo, since hindi na wala ng signaling, hindi na niya kumakain, tumatanda na siya, nandun lang siya, hindi siya nag-divide, kaya madumi ka na rin. No, sa sobrang dami nun, kumunti na yung cell mo, kumbaga nandun na siya sa old age, nandun lang siya. May mga gano'n na sa katawan ninyo, pagka nag-aging, no? Ito, alam nyo to, stem cell exhaustion, hindi ka na nagre-repair. Bumababa na repair system mo. And lastly, altered intercellular communication. Uy, alam niyo ba, ang mga cells nyo nag-uusap-usap yan. Pag sinabi niya, uy, may kumain si Sir, kailangan mag-secrete ng insulin. Naintindihan nyo? They communicate. Kaso, kumbaga, nalilito na siya because it's not properly well-fed or marami ng miscommunication dahil tumatanda na. Kumbaga, andyan ang bisyo, andyan hindi magtutulog ng maayos, hindi siya nagkakaroon ng repair. So, nangyari, they don't understand each other. Nag-uusap rin pala yan eh. Naintindihan nyo? So, saan na tayo doon? Do we have the hallmarks of aging already? The good news is, we can do something about it. Parabuhan niyo naman si Lord, no? We can do something about it. Hindi ko sinabing hindi tayo mamamatay. What I'm telling is, we can grow old gracefully. Ayan. Alright, kaya yung iba, 90 years old na, lakas pa rin. Pero kayo kilala ganun? Ang lakas pa din. Alright, next slide please. Ito na. So these things, pagka nagkaroon na tayong stem cell exhaustion, aging, ang root cause niyan, isa ay DNA. So pansinin nyo, lahat apekto, brain, lungs, heart, blood, muscles, everything. What will happen? Inflammation, autoimmune disease, respiratory, name it, cancer. Nandyan pag nagkamali itong baseline natin is the DNA. Kaya today is very important to understand how the DNA can help us. So how do we help DNA repair? Ayan na, ito na. Kamoso natin. Understanding DNA. Ano ba yung DNA? Sabi niyan, deoxy, pakibasa. Ang lalim, para tayo na sa medical school. Nakapag-iwi si Mama Malia. Lalim, ano? Again, I told you na nasa loob ng cell ang DNA, particularly nasa loob ng, wow, listening, very good ah. Okay, nasa loob ng nucleus. Okay? Hindi pwede sa labas to be protected. Ayan, particularly ang DNA nasa loob din ng chromosomes. Kapag in-extend mo yan, nilabas mo, nandun din yung DNA. Alright? And a section of DNA is called the gene. Nandun doon yung genes mo. Alam niyo ba kung gaano karami yung gene? 30,000 genes. Grabe, nandun doon yung code kung paano ikaw at ako ay nagkakaroon ng buhok, o anong kulay ng mata mo, kung gaano ka katangkad, yung ilong mo, ganyan. It's there. That's why the DNA is called the blueprint of life. Ganun siya katindi. Nothing happens without the DNA. Okay? Naintindihan, no? Alright? Napansin niyo yung shape niya? Double helix. Nakaganon siya, oh. Alright? Etong mga to, let me give you very important practical use, ha? This strand is made up of phosphate ribose sugar. Ito. Meaning to say, polysaccharide, or sabihin na natin, sugar. Okay? Sugar or carbohydrates. Kailangan niya yan. Na alam niyo ba, nakadikit sila, they are using phosphodiester bond. Bakit ko kailangan sabihin yun? Because this has to be cemented together to protect your blueprint of life. Kailangan protektahan niya. Sila may gawa niya. Etong ladder na to, na parang hakbangan ng hagdan, is made up of protein, pagkakain tayo. Okay? Pinagdikit-dikit din yan dyan, ito nakadikit doon, minerals, you need minerals. And what? This one, magkaiba kasi yan, may mga letters akong sasabihin sa inyo, pinagdikit yan ng hydrogen bonds. Grabe yung pagkakagawa, no? Kailangang ingatan. Kasi ang sira ng DNA, kasiraan ng buong yung katawan. That's why God wants to protect you and me. Natignan niya na dapat cemented together yan. That's how strong and should be stable the DNA is. Alright? So, next slide. Let me give you trivia. Pag ikaw, ginano mo yung kamay mo, ang isang kabuuan ng DNA, no? If all the DNA, ito. Sa isang cell, pag ginanyan mo yung kamay mo, okay? Ang DNA, pag in-stretch mo, 6 feet sa isang cell. Pagka ginanan mo yung kamay, I think I don't have a mic anymore, no? Pag ginanyan mo yung kamay mo sa isang cell, yan ang DNA mo. Imagine mo sa bawat isa. Pag ginanyan mo, kumuha ka ng cell sa'yo, gano'n ka-liit yun. Sabi ko, I was amazed looking and understanding the cell. It's there inside the nucleus. Kumuha ka ng isang cell, iganon mo, isang cell pa lang yun. Eh, do you understand na very compact siya? Sabi ko, nagkasya dun. Now, if all of the DNA in all of your cells were stretched out, alam nyo ba, you put it together, it will be about twice the diameter of the solar system. Sobra, right? That was the diameter. This is the sun, the solar system, di ba? The Earth, all the planets, and then this is the sun. Twice! Paano nagkasya? That's the amazing power of God. Sabi ko, and know something, pinagtatalungan nila yan. Saan ba galing ang DNA na yan? Yung genetic code mo, saan galing? They were asking. They tried to understand, bakit ba meron tayong blueprint? Yun na, the DNA is like a code. Pag sino mahilig magluto dito? Si Lee. Pag nagluto ka ng adobo, di ba may mga recipe yan? Gagawa ko ng adobong manok. 1 kilong manok, etc., etc. And that is adobo. How about us? We are like a recipe, like a cookbook, na nandun nakasulat. Paano ko gagawin ang mata ni Marichu? Paano ko gagawin ang, different parts of your body? It's written. Everything is written down. Ang DNA natin, hawig-hawig. Ang pagkakaiba lang, yung sequence. Yan. We have 99% almost the same DNA. But the difference lang natin is how the sequence has been done. And 1% doon ay iba tayo lahat kasi tinatawag namin phenotype, yung expression, kaya iba yung tsura ni Sir, merong mas gwapo, merong mas maganda, pero gwapo ka. At merong iba ang kulay ng mata, ilong. No? What I want to tell you is, almost the same 99% of the DNA, sequence na nagkaiba, but 1% makes you unique person. Kaya kayo, sa dami ng mundo, dami ng tao sa mundo, wala kang magawa. That's how special you are. Ang galing ng Diyos, no? Sabi ko, amazing, amazing. No? Next slide. These are the fun facts. Sabi ko, natutuwa ako i-share sa inyo. There are 3 billion base pairs. Pero naman, milyon-milyon na naman pinag-uusapan natin. Ang ibig sabihin ng 3 billion base pair, kanina, ito kasi, kung titingnan nyo to, nandyan yung code, no? Diba, alam niyo yung 26 letters of the alphabet? Yes. Alright? There are 26 letters. Forward mo saglit. Okay, see, forward mo. Balik, one more. One more forward. Ayan. So, this is how it. Ito yung tinatawag nating base pair. Kunyari, this is the DNA. Okay. Ito, nagdidikit yan through hydrogen bonds. Diba? Sinabi ko sa inyo. Ang tanong, anong dinidikit? So, kung may 26 letters sa English alphabet, ang DNA may 4 letters. Okay? Ngayon, kung sa alphabet, A, B, C, hanggang 26 letters, pwede ka magbuo ng word, di ba? Let's say, for example, nagsulat ako ng word. That's the spelling of word. W-O-R-D. Ngayon, ang nailagay ko, W-O-R-K, mag-iiba meaning, di ba? Naging work. The same with DNA, no? May ganun ding klaseng combination. They have a meaning for that. Ang sa DNA, meron tayong tinatawag na A always matches with P. Ano yan? Yan yung base pair. Kung sabi, ito A, ito P. Lagi sila nagmamatch. This is our adenosine timing. Yan ang kailangan alam mo. Alam mo? Very good. And then the G, the guanine, always matches with letter C. Side. Cytosine. Alright, no? Laging nag-prepare sila, hindi pwedeng magkamali. Naintindihan nyo? Parang sa alphabet natin, pag nagkamali ka, may iba meaning. So this is stable since the beginning. Dapat A always matches with P, G always matches with C. Okay? Ito mga letters na to, naiintindihan ng cell yan. May mga meaning. Computer, numbers yata no? So sa atin, alam nyo ba ang tawag dito, base pair. So ilang base pair meron tayo kanina? Balik pa kay C. Base pair. 3 billion. Ganon kadami ang base pair. Why? Kasi lahat ng function ng DNA, ginagawa sa body mo. May mga meaning yan. Only God knows. Kaya sabi nila, who place the information sa loob ng DNA? They cannot understand. They cannot understand life. Sino nagdala sa loob ng DNA na information to make us us? Nakaka-amaze si Lord. At the same time, sabi ko, wow, ganun pala katindi ang DNA. That we have to protect it, no? Next slide. Okay. Now, alam niyo ba, dalawa ang lalagyan ng DNA? Saan yung isang nilalagyan niya? Saan nandoon ng DNA? Where is DNA located? Sa loob ng cell, particularly sa nucleus. Meron pang isa sa DNA. Okay? Ang nuclear DNA, gangaling pa yan sa mga ninuno mo. Nag-asawa ang nanay at tatay mo. Yan, tama, paninulong yun, no? Yung sa lolo at lola mo, naging tatay mo, pinagsama yung son na yun. Tapos ikaw nag-asawa huli, madadala mo pa yan down the line. Kaya sabi, may lahi ba kayong may ano? Di ba? Minsan may lahi kayong ganyan, may cancer. Meron. Alam mo yung kung minsan ipayuhan niyo yung mga anak niyo, no? It's very important that when your children get married, sana magpalakas muna. Kasi napapass down talaga yan eh. Napapass down sa next generation. Although, ang good news dyan, we can have epigenetics. Sabihin, we can switch off the gene. Lagi kong sinasabi, ang barel, may bala, tama? Ang bala, your genes, whatever it is, may gene ka ng cancer, may gene ka, whatever it is, genetic disease. Pero lagi kong sinasabi, sa epigenetics, which is a new field in research in medicine or science, the one that will pull the trigger or lalabas ang genes mo is your lifestyle. How you take care of yourself. The genes can be turned on. Is that a good news? Of course, it's a good news. Gusto niyo pang lumabas ang cancer dyan? Siyempre ayaw mo. Anong gagawin mo? Don't pull the trigger. How do you do that? Ayusin mo yung lifestyle mo. Kung masama ang sugar, kung may cancer ka, huwag na kainin. Kasi natiturn on ang genes of inflammation. Nakukuha niyo ba yan? It's just very important. Kaya always tell my patient, what do you eat? Because food is medicine. Alright? So that's it. Next slide. Yan natin. Let's go here. Ano bang ginagawa ng DNA? No? Meron kami tinatawag na sa book, actually, central dogma. From the DNA, kokopyahin niya ng RNA. Ako, na naman tayo mas sa mga medical terms, para maging protein. Yun ang ginagawa niya, pinokopya niya tong DNA na nasa loob ng nucleus, kokopyahin niya yan. What's amazing about this? Ito, di ba DNA? Merong enzyme na kakat niya yan sa gitna. Maghihiwala yan. Tapos, kokopyahin ng RNA. Kokopya niya yan, tapos ilalabas niya yan sa nucleus para magkaroon ng protein. Meron tayong tinatawag dyan. Okay? Next slide please. Ayan o. So, adenine always pairs with thymine. Okay? Guanine pairs with cytosine. Katulad ng sinabi ko kanina. No? Ganyan yan. Alright. So, ibig sabihin, pag mali ang pairing, naiiba ang lalabas na protein. Remember this. Tatanungin ko kayo mamaya, what is the goal? Bakit kailangan kopyahin ng mRNA ang DNA? Para mag-produce ng protein. Wow, magaling. Nakikinig to, sir. Nakikinig. Protein. Okay? Kung ito yung hagdan, laging nag-prepare. How many pairs do we have in one cell? 3? May you spare? 3? Billion. So, napakadami. Ang shape na to ay double helix. DNA double helix. Next slide. Ayan. Ito na yon, the secret of life. These are the two scientists who said, we discovered the secret of life. Yan si Crick at saka si Watson. Sabi niya, naku, nakita na natin ang secret ng life. Pero before them, may mga scientists ahead. In fact, the father of genetics, si Gregor Mendel, siya yung unang nakakita na meron palang molecule that is passed down para magkaroon tayo ng mga ganitong itsura. But it was these two scientists na sabi nila, oy, finally, we saw the DNA. It is the secret of life. Kasi kala nila, makikita nila ang paano ang isang tao maayos ang kalusugan. I think it was in 1953, nakita nila itong double helix na DNA. Were they able to find really the secret of life? Marami na bang gumaling since 1953? Yes or no?
Yes.
No? Yes or no? Nasugpo ba nila ang mga sakit? Hindi. Kaya, perhaps they saw the DNA, how it looks like. But marami pa rin hospital kung talaga nakita nila yung secret of life. Siguro, I would agree, yeah. Perhaps, nakita nila yung secret of life in the sense that may gumawa nun. Who is able to put the genetic code inside the cell. No other than the God Himself. Ang hirap nila i-decipher, ano ba nauna? Yung DNA o ribosomes? Kasi yung ribosomes ang gumagawa ng protein eh. Ano ba nauna? Eh, yung iba naniniwala sa evolution. Sabi daw nila, yun na daw yung ribosome. Kasi tumira yung ribosomes, di ba? Nasa loob ng cells yun, di ba? So, do we all agree that the God Himself created our DNA? Amen. Alright? Next slide. Ayan, ito na yung medyo complicated na konti. Ang central dogma, ibig sabihin nito, nagpo-flow from the DNA, kukopya ng mRNA para maging protein. So, very clear, ah? So, again, may mga letters, no? Sinabi ko sa inyo na yung A always matches with T. And G always matches with C. Oh, gagaling. Ang gagaling nyo, no? Now, paglabas sa cell, etong pag lumabas sa cell yan, dala-dala nung nakopya ko na kay DNA, dala-dala niya yung code, lalabas siya saan? Nucleus. Tapos, merong transcription na nangyayari. Halimbawa, ito, AUG. Magkakaroon ng amino acid na methionine. Tama ba? Methionine. May mga nangyayaring amino acid na lumalabas dahil nakopya, kailangan natin sa katawan. Ang amino acid, ibig sabihin lang yan, ayan, baka sabi tatangan ng ano yung amino acid, mga grupo yan ng amino acid na nagiging protina. Okay? Mga protina. For example, kailangan natin ng protina panlaban sa sakit, immunoglobulins yan, siya. Okay? Kailangan tama lang yung basa. Pag mali yung basa, yung sequence na yan, malilito na sila. Kaya nagkakaroon ng senescence, mga, telomere, mga problema sa loob ng katawan. Aging. Alright? Naintindihan nyo? Next slide. Ito. Tuturuan ko kayo. Okay. Kunyari, yung mRNA, may dala siya na kinopya sa DNA. Alright? Diba sabi ko sa inyo, kinokopya niya? May dala siyang AUG. Dinala niya yung AUG. Okay? Punta siya sa ribosomes. Yung ribosomes, binabasa ng ribosome, ano bang kailangan mong protina? Kaya yung ribosomes, teka, AUG, nagbabasa siya ng code. Ito yung code eh. Ang tawag dito, base pair, di ba? Pero tatlo lang, tatlo. Okay, attentive ka, mukhang biochem to ah. Alright? So, dito nila, base yan. Ang first base is A. Okay? Anong protina kaya yan? So, ito yung first base. Asan dyan yung A? Ayan. Okay. Ang second base ay U. Ito yung second base. Saan kapin natin yung U? At asan yung U? Dito. Oo. Tapos, ang third niya ay G. Dito na naman natin sa third. Asan ang G? Ayun. Kaya pag gagawin mo, methionine. Nahirap? Ulitin ko ah. A. This is the first base. Itong lugar na to. So sa A, kailangan natin ng AUG. Nandito siya. Ayan, yung A. Kasi pag ganun ang basa, di ba? Ito ang basa niya. Ngayon sa second base, dito ko naman titingin. U. Asan ang U dyan? U. Ito, asan ang U? Ito, U. So pag ano naman ang basa dyan, nandito yung U. Yan o. Tapos yung G, dito naman titingin. Asan yung G? Ayun o. So ito. Pag ganun. So ang nabuo natin, A, U, G, methionine. Nakuha nyo? Parang ganun mo ah. Medyo mahirap ba? Magulo. Sense kasi. Isipin natin. So, ang hirap. Ang titignan nyo lang sa first, ito yung titignan nyo sa first. Nasaan dyan siya? Sa second naman, ito yung titignan nyo. Sa third naman, sa kayo titignan ito. Okay? Ang A, nasan dito? Nandito, di ba? O, yung second base natin U, nasan dyan? Ay, kasama pala to. Nandito, di ba? Eh, yung G, nasaan? Ayun, o. Nakuha niyo? Tingnan natin ang galing nyo, ha? G, C, G, U. Sa first base, nasa ng C. Ito. Yan, may tatlo, pwede ka mamili, ano? Tapos sa second base, nasa ng G.
Pangapat.
Ito. Sa third, nasa yung U. Sa third, ito. Ito natin, ha? C. Sa first base, nandito tayo. Sa second base, nasan tayo sa second base? G.
Pangapat.
Tapos yung third,
U.
ay, ito pala.
Sa pangalawa.
Ito pala.
Sa una.
Tapos, ito yung
Pangalawang nasa una.
G. Ayan pala ito dito. So, anong nabuo natin? R, G,
RG.
Min. May isang kayo mamaya. Intindihan niyo ba? So, ibig sabihin, binabasa ng cell yan kung anong protein ang dapat. So, pagka mami mali dyan, instead na word, maging word, meron bang lalabas na tamang protina? Wala. Okay. So, kaya it's important to understand yung mga kinakain ninyo because there are essential amino acid and non-essential. Ang essential amino acid, hindi natin napoproduce. Ito, napoproduce ng DNA. Meron namang non-essential na puproduce ng katawan. So, saan nakukuha ang essential? Sa pagkain. Kaya kami, nag-offer kami ng essential amino acid. What is the product that we have here? Na complete yung protein. Yung nakakaalala? Quinoa. Kaya we offer that because it's a complete protein. Okay? Very safe kasi plant-based. Ano bang complete protein na alam niyo na nakakain kasi hindi napuproduce ng katawan? Ano? Ayan, ito, ayan, ano nang hindi ganyan, plant-based? Ito, complete protein. Hindi kasi napuproduce ng katawan nyo. That's why I offer this. Ano pa ang complete protein na nakakain natin? Sino may alam? Munggo. Correct. Correct. Kaya lang ang meat, na-injection na. May mga growth hormones na. Yeah, correct. Oh, nag-gym siya. Okay. That's why, mas maganda yung, sometimes they use whey protein, those things, no? Alright, ayan. Pinalang mahirap magbura. Next slide. Ayaw magbura. Diba na? Thank you. So, again, these are the functions of proteins. Importante ang protina, no? Hindi lang puro carbohydrates tayo, ha? Gusto nyo busog lagi. Kala natin, pag maraming kanin, ang lagi natin iniisip sa satiety. Ano yung satiety? Busog, busog, busog. Pero, kulang sa nutrients. Importante ang protein. That's why I told that my diabetic patient, not much of carbohydrates. Because we need protein. Because the DNA makes protein. Alright? So, napansin niyo ang function ng protein, enzyme. It helps to carry out ng chemical reactions sa body. Number 2, it's a very important compound. Kailangan, nagta-transport din siya eh. Alam niyo ba yun, nag-uusap sila, nasabihin ng protein, kailangan, may mga hormone secretion din yan eh. Protein ang dahilan dun. Okay, what else? Antibodies. Dumating yan ng protina galing sa DNA. Naulit ko na to ha. Tandaan nyo, kailangan ng DNA for your defense, no? Antibodies. What else? Actin and myosin. Ano yun sa muscle? No? Kaya, signaling compounds, nag-uusap din sila. Okay? Narinig nila ba yung cytokine storm? Yung sobrang inflammation because of the invasion of bacteria, di ba, na-obsess sa COVID yung type, meron siyang cytokine storm. Sabi ba yun? Sumobra. No, it's also made by protein, but it's a natural defense. So I will tell you how to have that gene be controlled. Meron palang ganon. So I could get amazing. Tapos, meron tayong, ulit ko na. So, importante ba ang DNA? Yes. Sobrang importante. DNA makes, ano ginagawa ni DNA? Makes protein. Alright, next slide. Alright. Now, ito to get us abreast what is going on in the research and development. Ang current application of DNA is forensic. Alam niyo yung forensic? Investigation. Para malaman kung ikaw ba yung pumatay o hindi. Titignan ng dugo mo, pwede sa saliva, pwede sa hair. Marami nang nagamit dyan na I research na,
Identify po.
yeah, correct. So they will know. Sabihin, hindi ako pumatay. Ala, tingnan ko dugo mo. Tingnan mo yung DNA mo. Meron ng mga na-case na problem. Yung one of what I read is na murder na isang dalagita. Denied to death, of course, but when they saw the DNA matches, kaya napatuloy. Marami na na-solve to forensic. Paternity test, kung di mo kilala ang tatay mo, pwedeng matignan ang DNA mo. Ancestry tracking. Saan ninuno ka ba ng galing? They can trace that. Just spend some money, no? Medical test, o para malaman kung anong sakit mo, no? What are you prone? Kita na kaagad doon. No? What else? Genetic engineering. Alam niyo ba yon? May nabasa ko, meron silang ginagawa sa mga hayop. Even plants. No? Alam niyo ba na plants, animals may DNA din, all living creatures has DNA. Sino ang kumakain ng wheat bread? Alright, a lot of you are eating wheat bread. Don't you know that wheat bread is already hybridized? Ano yung sabihin nun? Noong araw ang wheat bread pala, nabasa ko lang naman to, mataas pala yan pag tinanim mo. Mataas! So nagkaroon ng ulan o ano, nasisira ka agad. And then they found a way to genetically engineer the DNA. Hybridize na ang tawag ng pinaliit. Naintindihan nyo? Pinaliit nila. They did something in the DNA so that it will become strong and sturdy. So there will be more high yield. Sabihin, mas marami silang nakukuha, you know, pag maganda yan, tubo mo, mas madaming benta, maraming kita, tama. But what happened to the structure there inside the wheat? Dati maganda ang wheat eh, pero ngayon they found out that it produces high, more glycemic index, shoot up ang sugar. That's why I don't recommend it. Dati maganda. Ang dami pa naman ngayon gusto ng wheat bread, kala natin healthy. Pero tigas nilang glycemic index, mataas pa kaysa sa ordinary bread. Sorry for the news ah. Ganun yan. Vaccine. You know, they develop the vaccine, minsan galing sa ibang bacteria, minsan ganun, to develop the vaccine. Like, what example is this? Yung, hindi ako na magsabi, basta ganun siya. And then hormones. Gumagawa, coming from animals also, like yung insulin, pero sa iba yung inject sa'yo. Because very important ang insulin. Pero hindi yung galing just yun. Ayaw ko magsalita. Basta hindi siya human and sometimes animals. Ganun lang. So these are the current application of DNA. Next. Alright, doon na tayo sa damage. Okay, ano bang damage ang nangyayari sa DNA natin? Bakit siya nasisira? Oh, all ears now. This is a practical application of my topic. External factors. Nanggaling sa labas. UV radiation.
Araw.
Sobrang init. Kaya yung iba namamatay. Sobrang init, no? Kailangan kayo nauso yung sa sunscreen ko pala dapat. Umus ka na lang. No? Ionizing radiation. Ano ibig sabihin yan? Yung mga iba't ibang klaseng radiation. Chemo, yan, mga ganyan, no? Pollution can cause DNA damage, no? What else? Chemicals. O, gumagamit ba kayo ng sobrang chemicals? Pagka naman kayo ng Clorox, mag-Clorox naman kayo. Naintindihan ba? Heavy metals. Saan nakukuha ang heavy metals? Saan nakukuha ang heavy metals? Amalgam is one. Saan pa? Kaldero, yung mga ginagamit yung kaldero. Okay? Aluminum, at saka ano pa? Saan nakukuha ang mga chemicals?
Lipstick.
Lipstick. Kailangan natural ang ano nyo ha, gagamitin nyo dahil papasok yan sa kamar nyo. Ito pa, smoking. Alam mo, every time I read about smoking, sabi ko hanggang DNA pala ang sira niyan. Kaya pala sabi nila, no wonder the commercial says, smoking is dangerous to your health. Alright? Dietary mutagenic chemicals. Ano yan? Sino ang mahilig? Kaya binago yung tosino eh. Napansin nyo ba? Tosino, wala na daw. Ano ba yun, Lodi? What? Salitre. Because they know. Pag ngayon, wala naman nangyayari sa akin. And you wait a little while, when you get older, lalabas yan. Do you understand how the world is affecting us? Kaya sabi ko, masarap pa naman processed food, longganisa, ano pa? Tosino. Naku, hindi ko pala po. Processed food. Sarap nun. Number 2, internal factors. Meron ng salabay na nakakasira sa katawan mo. Of course, stress din Kala nyo ba yung pag-aaway ninyo mag-asawa? Nakakasira rin yung DNA. May sinusuntok si Sir. May asawa ka na ba? Wala. Alright, so free radicals. Listen up. Is free radicals bad? Are free radicals bad? Sino sasabing no? Sino sasabing yes? Sino magsasabing di ko alam? Yes. Alright, free radicals is a normal byproduct when you during respiration, metabolism, may mga nangyayaring free radicals. But the problem is, if there's too much of it, nagkaroon na ng imbalance, free radicals is really bad. Kasi normal lang, there's a product of metabolism inside of you. Ang problema lang, pag weight, sobra, dahil meron ka pang ibang ginagawa. Nangiinom ka, nagda-drugs ka pa, hindi ka natutulog ng maaga, puro ka processed food. Sa tingin mo, hindi masisira yung DNA mo? Kaya yung iba looks older. Kasi yung iba, ba't mukha kang bata, 90 years old ka na, mukha ka lang 18? Parang posible naman yun, no? Alright, ito pa, nakakasira sa DNA. Error during cell division. Kasi may mitosis. Ang cell, nagdi-divide. Pag nag-divide sila, yung copy ng DNA ng parent cell, tigisa yan. Para meron kang, kaya ka mukha mo yung tatay mo, nanay mo, meron laging cell division. Pero, makinig mabuti. Ito lang gusto ko sanang malaman kung sino may stock knowledge dito. Bibigyan ko ng Rolly, meron ka pang omega-3 dyan? Lahat kasali to.
Meron pa dyan si Ken.
Anong part ng katawan natin ang walang DNA? What cell doesn't have DNA? Come on! Omega yan.
Here.
Sino ang anong cell ang walang DNA? Tumatas ka ba ng kamay? Wala! Anong cell ang walang DNA? Wala siyang nucleus. O yan, another clue What cell, walang nucleus?
Glue.
Clue. Cell. Nasa lang ang katawan?
First letter.
First letter. Ang dala. Yes, first letter R. Ginagawa siya sa, nasabi ko na wala
Reproductive.
No, cell. Nice try. Okay,
Red
sabihin ko na.
blood cell.
Nagagaling sa loob, ang gumagawa sa kanya,
Red blood.
bone marrow. Correct,
Red blood
no?
cell.
Red blood cell doesn't have a nucleus. Kaya siya ginagawa siya sa...
Premium.
Nakinig ka sa practice ko.
Medic
Alright.
cage.
So, ibig sabihin yan, pag nagkaroon ng error sa cell division, ano mangyayari? Dapat sana yung na-encode, naintindihan ng cell. Nagkaroon ng mismatch, o kaya may nawala, may error sa duplication. Bakit kaya nagkakaroon? Dapat perfect ang DNA, right? Bakit? Ang tao kasi, kung anong ginagawa sa katawan. So, parang ang mundo, perfect ang plano ng Diyos sa atin. But because of sin, the world gets corrupted. Perfect yun Ginawa ni Lord na mag-protect tayo sa loob ng cell. Siksikan kayo dyan kasi kailangan kayo huwag lumabas sa loob ng nucleus. Kailangan kayo protected because the lineage will come from you. Pero what happened? There's mismatch, there are errors and duplication, replication. Naintindihan nyo? Pero God in His goodness, gumagawa pa rin siya ng mga tawag natin na repair on our own self. Pero even the repair, nasisira pa rin ng tao. Naisira pa rin. No? Ginagawa niya ng paraan. Alright? So, ang consequences ng DNA damage, nagkakaroon ng mutation, cellular dysfunction, senescence, natutulog na lang siya doon. Apoptosis, pumuputok na yung cell, papakamatay na lang sila kasi instead na kumalat ka dyan sa loob ng katawan, may cell death na tinatawag. And age-related diseases. Tumanda ka na, dami ng sakit, wala ka ng palaban, DNA mo sila. Ibig sabihin damage. Not properly transferred. Next. Alright, huwag na to. Next. Now, as a result of that, dapat may gawin tayo. Kasi ang generation nagkakasakit. That's why they launched Human Genome Project. Ang Human Genome Project is an international scientific research with the goal of knowing the sequence ng mga bases. Alamin niya natin, ano ba talagang sequence na to para maintindihan natin ba't nagkakasakit ang tao? Bakit ang nagkakaroon ng mismatch? They try to understand para ang objective nila ay they map the genome and to identify what genes are causing the disease. Pinakilaman nila yan. And then, to understand the function of genes and to make the information available for all researchers. Nangyari naman yan. Alam mo kung gaano katagal? Next slide. Ay, wala na ba? Ayan. Kaya nung April 25, pinatawag yan na DNA Day. DNA Day, April 25. It is a special day to celebrate the discovery of the DNA double helix and the completion of the Human Genome Project. Nalaman na nila kung ano yung nasa loob ng katawan. Nalaman na nila what causes mutation. Nalaman na nila ba't may mismatch. Nalaman na nila. Kasi ang gusto ng tao, huwag tayong magkasakit. Gusto nila magkaroon ng solusyon sa sakit mo, sakit ko. Gusto nila. Kaya hindi nila, di ba naintindihan, di ba tayo nagkakasakit? Kagagawan mo rin eh. Kagagawan din natin eh. Pero, science wanted to intervene. Kaya natin to. Tsaka pinakikalaman nila yung DNA. Alright, next slide. So yan. This is the new technology right now. Thank you for coming. Alam niyo ba yung CRISPR technology? Alam niyo yan? So sa kanilang, the template that was given by Human Genome Project, ginamit nila so that they will understand what part of the genes ang may diferensya. And they use a biological scissor to cut sa loob ng DNA kung saan na-mutated, kung sa loob ng DNA kung nagkakaroon ng error. Kinakat nila yan. Have you reflected? Paano nila napapasok yung scissor? Eh, liit-liit lang ng DNA. Di ba the electron microscope is still big? Special device to cut yung mali sa genes mo. They will want to cut it. Yan ang ginagawa ng CRISPR-Cas9. Sa tingin nyo, maraming ethical issue to eh. Yeah, that's why. They cut it. The problem is it 100% effective? Since it's too small, there's a risk of cutting the wrong gene. At saka yung mga ibang tao, they do not approve of this. Kasi pwede na tayong, we can be out of existence, hindi mo alam. May ginawa na pala sa'yo, pwede kang mamatay. Pero only the rich and the famous are doing this. Ay, really? O yan, alam niya, CRISPR-Cas9. Ito pa, I discovered while doing the research, pwede niyang baguhin, sir, ang future anak mo. You want the blue eyes? I will edit the gene. You want the curly hair? I will edit the gene. Gusto mo maganda, matataas? They do that. Question is, pag ginawa kayo natin pinakailaman mo, ang nature, is only God knows. There is an unknown world na possibility, ano kayang kinikreate ng tao na yan? Baka sobrang talino na o sobrang hindi mo nalang master na pala.
Kasi ang ginagawa dun sa pinagtrabahuhan ko, inaalis nila yung chromosome kasi magkakamag-anak sila eh. Nagkakaroon sila ng mga blood dysphasia. Yung chromosome na sira, inaalis nila.
You see? Noon pa may ganun sila. They edit it.
Tapos kung ano yung napapasok nila na baby sa loob, either if you want a male or a female, mag-ano
You can
ka.
choose. Actually, yung chromosomes, di ba, ilan pairs of chromosomes do we have? 20, 23. 23 pairs. Yung 22 doon, yun yung mga function na others. Yung isang chromosome doon will decide if you're gonna be a female or male. X and Y chromosome siya. O eto tip ko lang sa inyo, sa mga mag-aasawa or ano, minsan sinisisi kayo ng asawa nyo, puro babae naman ang lumalabas sa akin. Hanap kaya ng ibang chika breed para magkaroon ako ng lalaki. For your information, the one who holds the Y chromosome, which is supposed to be a boy, is the contribution ng lalaki, wala sa babae. Tandaan nyo yan, X and X chromosomes, dala-dala ng nanay. Ang lalaki, X and Y, yung paglabas niya, ang contribute niya, siya dapat. Kaya hindi nyo pwedeng i-reason na mambababae siya, no? Dahil gusto niya ng lalaki. Eh, dala-dala mo yun, sabihin nyo. Dala-dala mo yun.
Pwede maraming way.
Daming wine nito. Next slide. So, napakaganda. How do we repair the DNA? Ito na. Tayo, every second, actually every minute, may mga damages talaga eh. Because this is an imperfect world, no matter what you do. Talagang may DNA damage. That's why we need to interfere. Number one, antioxidant-rich food. Kaya yung may berries, nuts, green tea, leafy green, dark chocolate, quinoa, has quercetin, no? It has more minerals, protein, fiber. In-emphasize ko yan because we all need it. Ang rice namin, quinoa na talaga. Because essential amino acid nandun. Okay, number two, exercise and physical activity. May slash na fasting. Alam niyo ba yung fasting? Remember na may mga cells na senescent. Napapagod na sila, lalo na pamatanda ka na. You can only remove that senescent cell, fasting can help because it will eat up yung mga yan na hindi naman functional sa'yo and become part, magiging other use like another protein. Panlinis ang fasting. Number 3, reduce stress. O yung mga stress dyan ha, tandaan nyo, what do you do? Meditation, deep breathing, and worship. Gagaan yung pakiramdam nyo. Adequate sleep. Ako minsan kayo. Hello, ako yun. Okay, number 4, limit exposure from environmental toxin, yung mga pesticides, yung mga Clorox, ano pa, yung mga ginagamit ng kababaihan, panlinis ng banyo, muriatic acid, naku, masira ang lungs natin. Yeah, correct. Heavy metals. Oh, yung mga plastic na ginagamit nyo, pang inom, BPA free ba yan? Minsan nakikita ko may dala kayo plastic, ulit-ulit ang gamit. Metals yan. BPA free ba? Ano? Okay? Number 6, ito yung nutraceuticals. Ibig sabihin nito yung mga, sabi ko, I want to give the audience promo today kasi I know all of us has DNA damage already. Aside from what the parents has passed down to us. Sa mga ninununo mo, mga kinamatay na, makikita mo na there's a possibility that your gene will express it. Now, Muro, we have that. Ultima 17 is also very powerful. It has been researched, kaya I love also Ultima 17. Meron akong 3 tandem ngayon, protein beam 1, 2, and NAD, NMN, some of you use this, and IV DNA support, that is our latest. Make use of the IV DNA support. Okay, orthomolecular is vitamins, pero we do it customized to your needs. Depende kasi kung anong kulang mo eh. We have a machine to see, ano bang kulang mo, vitamin C, ano bang kulang mo, E, we have that. Kaya customized yan. Alright? Gusto ko i-explain ano yung NMN. Alright? Ay, ito po muna pala. Kanina, bakit mo kailangan inumin yung mga vitamins na yan? Bakit kailangan yung i-repair? Remember, ang epigenetic means above the gene. Okay? Above the genes, it describes factors beyond genetic code. Anong ibig sabihin nito? Makinig kayo mabuti. This is my tip for you. Ang genes ninyo, for example, cancer. Ang maganda dyan, may tinatawag tayong methylation. Ano yun? Sa loob to mamaya explain ko practical use. Pag may inat ka, doon sa DNA mo na methyl group, ay DNA mo, pag nagawa ka ng methylation, you add a methyl group to DNA, ibig sabihin niya, nahihinder niya ang expression ng certain genes. Remember genes of cancer? When you have methylation, kaya nga sabi lang, importante yung DNA methylation tayo. Hindi na-express ang cancer. Nakuha niyo yan? Hindi na-express ang cancer. How is that in real life? For example, smoking. When you keep on smoking, epigenetics, yung sabihin niya, may nangyayari sa genes mo, na instead, na hindi ka magkaroon ng cancer, kasi yung epigenetics work both ways, pwedeng mapasama ka, pwedeng hindi. Epigenetics says when you are a smoker, yung genes, ang mangyayari, matitrigger na expression ng cancer. Nakuha mo? Kasi ang epigenetics nagde-depend sa environment. What you eat, the condition of your, your lifestyle, kain ka na kain ng ano, ma-express ang cancer genes. Nakuha nyo? On other side of the story, kapag ka naman careful ka with your food, you know the basic principles of living right, the epigenetic expression will hinder or stop the cancer. Nakuha niyo yun? That's epigenetics. Ibig sabihin, there's a chance na pwede natin ma-stop yung expression ng cancer, ma-stop ang expression of what hereditary genes na meron ka. Nakuha niyo yun? Importante ang lifestyle. Importante anong ginagawa niyo sa katawan. Importante what you eat. How do you intervene on having a good health? Eh kung kabaya ka, ang epigenetic expression yan, disease. Now, if you take care of yourself, the genes that will express disease will be cut. Pero mind you, temporary. When you go back to your lifestyle, wrong ways, balik ulit. So the good news is, we can control. Right? Yeah. So ito, anong NMN? Diba? Let me show you. This is NMN. This is a product that will directly repair genes. No? NMN is a normal molecule inside your body. You produce this. But as you age, declines. Naintindihan niyo? Now, anong ginagawa niyan? This should be naturally occurring molecule that helps power your body. Kaya umiinom nito, lakas ng katawan. This is a precursor of NAD. Ano yun? No? This is a nucleotide that plays a building block of DNA. Anong benefit nito? Energy metabolism, yung mga nanghihina na. DNA repair, NMN. What else? Gene expression also, this helps, no? Right way. What else? Increased longevity, pampahaba ng buhay, no? Protects the brain, okay? Reduce heart disease risk. Protect against cancer, help aging muscle, reverse aging. That's why I'm also using this. I'm helping my body to the right genes to come. Okay? But this is one of them. Thank you, Lord. Now, this is my call to action today. The take care of your body is the only place you have to live with. Pwede ka ba makitira kay sir? Hindi pwede. We all have our own body. So everything has been said. Anong mga defenses of your body? Tinuro ko na sa inyo. We are just a handful. I wish I could share more to a lot of people so that we know that we have something inside of us that will help us to have proper health, that will really boost kung paano ka hahaba ang buhay. We have that in our body. Nobody knows. Maybe some of you or some of other people. But we are injecting this knowledge for us to understand that we could take care. Nandiyan dyan yan eh. Tulungan niyo lang yung katawan na binigay sa atin ng Panginoon. After all, what you saw, you will always reap. It's a biblical principle. Kung anong gagawin mo, heaven's principle yan, yun ang magiging resulta. Tulad ng nagtanim ka ng kabutihan, ang lagay naman, bumalik sa iyo kasamaan. That's heaven's principle. This is our body right now. Now I'm asking you to protect yourself using the defenses of the body. That's my recommendation to you. Kaya every now and then, we're doing a promo so that people will understand. Ang mahirap, we don't have the knowledge, mahirap yun. That's why MCM Touch want to share what we know. Okay? What's important, the knowledge is application. Naintindihan mo? So I want you to take care of your body. Now, ang tanong ko, what are you going to do? So having that all in mind, again, I want to thank you for your time. At I'll be looking forward to the next moment like this. I hope you will come again. Thank you very much.